Good morning to you. Well, when you're watching this, it's afternoon, but right now here it's, coming up to 11 o'clock. And you know what happens around this time every morning? They've gone quiet. Ah. Did you hear that sound? It'll come again. That ooh, ooh, ooh. There it goes. It's a small family of, anybody know? I hear them pretty well every morning actually, somewhere between 10 and 11 regularly. This morning, as it happens, they're very, very close. Quite often I'll hear them down further in the valley. I'm not sure if you can see behind me, you can see some of the trees, but there's a drop-off, a precipitous drop-off down a valley slope right behind me. And the valley crosses over to another ridge, another mountain ridge on the other side that's blocked by those clouds today. That ridge is probably 4-5 kilometers across from here. And so the families, this is one, but there are multiple families of gibbons that live in the valley here. And every morning, somewhere between 10 and 11, they get together for their sing-song. It's astonishing. It's wonderful. Magical music that they make. And wonderfully happy. So happy, these creatures. I think they're some of the happiest creatures around. I hope they're not done their sing-song. They actually only began it just recently, but it might be that they're such a small family that they have the smaller sing-song times together. Perhaps they'll come again in a moment. At least you caught a glimpse of their sound a moment ago. I haven't watched them up close to see how they do their singing, but I think that it's one of them. No, I watched them years ago, and I'm forgetting. One of them does a and then a couple of the others do the other higher pitched sounds that come in, and then they get it all going together, all syncopated, and I think they're laughing. I'm convinced they're laughing. They're just happy gibbons. Gibbons are huge, hey? So they're bigger than we are. They're black in color. Their arms are, well, not quite as thick as our legs, perhaps, but they're huge arms. And they just hang out and be happy around here. I'm pleased that I got a chance to catch them because it gives you just a little sense of my place here. I'm in a bungalow up in the mountains in what's called Fraser's Hill in Malaysia. I don't own this place. No. I wish that I were that affluent. No, I just rent the place, and luckily I can come back here regularly. As it happens, I'm sitting in my bedroom right now. You can see these huge, fabulous windows behind me. These line 2 walls of the rectangle of the basement, and they run from ceiling to floor and look out over the valley. I've got one of the most wonderful views in all of Fraser's Hill, I'm convinced. And it's quiet here. The sounds that I get are the sounds of the gibbons and the sounds of the crickets and the birds and such. Cars going by on my road that's out behind where you're looking from. The road there, I might have maybe 5 cars pass by on any given day. That's it. So those are actually some of the primary reasons why I come here and feel comfortable and at home here. It's a wonderful place for being able to work, being able to think, being able to wonder about teaching. I don't do a lot here that I wouldn't otherwise be doing if I were still in Regina. It's just, this is a fine place to do the sorts of things that I so enjoy doing. Things such as thinking about teaching. There are several things that we're trying to work on in class today, and I'm not quite sure how to set it up, whether I should set it up with multiple videos like this, or have a single video that tries to outline our whole class period. A primary chunk of the class period will be spent with those photographs that you sent me along with your first reflective essay. And I'd like to use them to help us think about our thoughts and assumptions about being teachers, what we think it means to be a teacher, what sort of teacher we want to be or become. Those photos, I think, will help us in this regard, and I'm hoping that this time that we spend thinking about our photos, interacting with one another around the photos, I'm hoping that it will help you with your work on the final integrative project as well. To begin the work on looking at the photos, what I would like you to do is to take a look at the slide that I've prepared for you and that's up on the screen on the PowerPoint, in the PowerPoint presentation. It's just a slide on the screen. But take a look at that picture and tell me, do you think that looks like a teacher?